Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Spiritual Psychics TV and your fortnightly edition of Collective Consciousness, streaming live to you via Facebook and YouTube. It's wonderful to have you all here with us this evening. Please do place a comment up in that comments box just underneath your screen on the graphics section there to let us know who it is that's joining us this evening. And again, we'd love to know where indeed you are joining us from, whether that be the UK or anywhere else across the globe. Please do let us know. Now, we are streaming live, as I say, guys, to Facebook and YouTube. So it's really important that you know there is about a 10 to 15 second time delay when you place your comments to us guys receiving and vice versa. So we will be as patient with you as you must be with us to get those comments rolling and establish those links that we'll be making here this evening with your loved ones, friends and family in the realms of spirit. Did you hear me go with the realms of spirit there? I'm getting tongue-tied already, and that's a good indication that I've got spirit joining me here. But before we do get started and make those lovely connections, I want to do a few acknowledgements to all of you lovelies that are joining us here this evening. So producer Richard, would you please be so very kind to place a comment up so I know whom it is that we have with us? First of all, I can see we've got the lovely Terry Wall, who's saying good evening, Bill, Dawn and Richard. You've given it away, Terry. Now everybody knows who's joining us on the show this evening. I'm going to be bringing the lovely Dawn on screen in a couple of minutes. But before I do, I'm just going to say a few more hellos there. I've got Jenny, who's watching via YouTube, saying good evening. Oh, good evening to you, Jenny. Lovely to have you with us. Delilah Rose is watching all the way from New York City. Good afternoon to you, Delilah. It's lovely to have your company. We've got the lovely June Malkin from Wimbledon Spiritualist Church watching via YouTube, saying good evening, Bill. Good evening to you, June. Lovely to have your company there, my lovely. And from Facebook, we've got Jane Pusey, who's also joining. So good evening to you too, Jane. Thank you so much for holding this space here with myself and the lovely Dawn. We've also got Christine Davis, who's watching via YouTube, saying good evening to you, Bill. Good evening to you, my lovely. And Mary Dixie saying good evening, Bill, Dawn and Richard. Good evening to you also, Mary. Don't forget, guys, it's really important to share us out there. Please do share Spiritual Psychics TV out there to all of your social media platforms. We've got the lovely Donna Hayes, who's watching via Facebook. Thank you for joining us, Donna. It's lovely to have you here, as well as Colleen Mitchum, who's saying hi to Richard, Bill and Dawn. Producer Richard, shall we bring our lovely guest medium onto the screen here this evening? Well, Dawn, hello and good evening to you.
Hello, Bill. Hi, everybody.
It's been a long time coming, this, hasn't it?
It certainly has. It's finally here.
It's finally here. We've been working so hard to try and get this evening just nailed down, haven't we? We had 2 slots last year, and for whatever reasons they didn't happen. But tonight's third time lucky, and here we are. So it's great to have you on the show, and great to have your company and the pleasure of your company. I'm sure we're going to have a fantastic evening here. But before we get things started, Dawn, introduce yourself to everybody at home. Tell them a little bit about yourself.
Hello, everybody. I'm Dawn Collinson Quarry, spiritualist medium, and I've been basically into spiritualism really since I was very young. I started going to church when I was 19. But before that, I've always seen and heard and been aware of the spirit world. And I've been studied at the Arthur Finlay College and School of Psychic Studies, all those sorts of places. Sat in circle for many years, but I've always been aware. It's always been with me, and it was very, very well received by my family members as well. So it's never been something that's been a secret. It's always been part of my life.
Yeah, and that can be quite difficult, can't it, at times when we come across people who don't share the same beliefs as ourselves, which is fine because everybody's built differently, and our belief is our own platform. It's our own, it's our own understandings.
Yeah.
But it's lovely, as you say, to have such support from your own family members, because that makes the process of your own development and your own growth within your faith so much more easier, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Now, you've got 3 beautiful children of your own, haven't you?
My three little spiritualists.
Are they very open to spirit? Are they very
They are
aware and
very
conscious?
open. Yeah, they were all had naming ceremonies, and from day one, I've always let them know that the spirit world exists, and that's where the people go. You know, when their body is tired and we don't need the body no more, we go on, and that's where we are. That's where we go to. And
Such a beautiful.
Aware of that.
That's such a beautiful way of explaining it to youngsters as well, because it's a very simplistic, easy concept for them to then understand, isn't it? My children are very much open as well, like your own. In fact, some of them call this my juju magic, because they just, although they're very conscious and they're very aware, there are some of them that just don't want to go any further with it, which is fine. Like what I said, you know, we've all got our own beliefs and our own pathway. I'm sure at times, or there will be times, that they will be more receptive and open to that. But you know, it's their journey at the end of the day, just like ours is here this evening. So talking of this evening, should we say a few hellos to some of the lovelies we've got with us? Absolutely.
Right. Hello, Jane. She's put, hi, Dawn.
We've got the lovely Diane Dane saying hi from sunny Shoreham by the sea. It's been a beautiful day here in the UK as well. So I hope you've enjoyed that sun there, Diane.
We've got Joe Smith saying, hope you're well, Bill.
I'm very well, thank you, Joe. Thank you very much for your lovely message there. We've also got Debbie Gallagher joining us saying, good evening, Bill, Richard and Dawn. Good evening to you, Debbie. Thank you for joining.
We've got Alexia Willen, and she's put two lovely, cute little hearts and a little praying hands.
How lovely. We've got Marion Claiborne joining us saying, evening, Bill, and all from Norfolk. Thank you for joining us, Marion. It's lovely to have your company.
Joe Clark says, Bill, Dawn and Richard. Little wave there. Wave back to you.
We've got lovely Kirsty, who's watching via YouTube, saying, hi, Bill, Dawn and everyone. Evening to you, lovely Kirsty. She's my second cousin, by the way.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, bless her.
We've got Paul Luke Gitchard?
Gitchard, yeah.
Gitchard, oh, I do apologise. Hi, Dawn and Bill. Hello.
And we've got the lovely Charlotte Clement saying, hello, everyone. I hope you are all well. We are absolutely fantastic. Thank you for asking, my darling.
Nia Blackwell, she says, good evening from North Wales. Oh, lovely.
And we've also got the lovely Tilly Mayer who's saying, good evening, Bill, from South wherever you are, my darling. I didn't get to see the last part, but the south of the world will do us just fine. How lovely. Thank you guys for joining us here. And as I say, please do continue to share us out during the live stream here this evening. If you're watching via Facebook, it's dead easy to do. Just hit that share link button that you will find just underneath the graphics on your screen at this moment in time, and that allows you to share it not only to your own personal pages, but to any group spiritual pages that you feel may be of interest to anybody else out there. And if you're watching via YouTube, you've got that little swirly arrow icon that sits just again underneath the graphics section here, and you can copy and paste this live stream onto all of your social media platforms. That would be very, very much appreciated, because it's really important to get Spiritual Psychics TV to grow. I don't know what happened there. I just had a blip on my screen, but am I still with you, producer Richard? Okay. I think I had somebody who was just trying to make a call through to me just then, which isn't the most convenient of times to be doing so. But I think we'll get things started here this evening, Dawn, if that's okay with you.
Lovely.
Right, now, guys, for those new viewers that are joining us here for the first time this evening, Collective Consciousness is a show that is purely dedicated to mediumship. If we feel drawn to doing individual readings, then we will do so. But Collective Consciousness is about this basis of bringing not just my mind, but also Dawn's mind, blending us together where we're going to work or attempt to work with the same recipient. So Dawn's based in a completely different location of the UK to myself. So it's all about how we trust our guides, our spirit helpers, our angelic helpers, our loved ones that might be joining us who have made their transition to spirit. and we will attempt to conjoin our conscious minds together to deliver a message to one of you lovelies that's watching here this evening. I feel as though I want to work straight away together here, Dawn. What about yourself?
Lovely. Yeah.
Great. Now, have you got somebody that's starting to come through? Because I could see that you were just starting to get into your zone there.
I've started to get a pull in my solar plexus, so I know we've got someone coming through.
Right, let's go for it then.
Okay. Right. I have a good evening, everybody, to start with. I have a gentleman who's coming through, quite a slim, elderly gentleman, and I can see a little bit of stubbly bush, I would call it, because it looks quite bushy, but it's quite stubbly as well. And I feel that he got very thin towards the end of his life. He's shown me himself in breeches and sort of plaid kind of jacket shirt thing. And I feel he wants to come through to granddaughter. Okay.
As I'm starting to link in here as well, Dawn, the first thing that this gentleman does with me is he actually wants to control the way that I'm breathing at this moment in time. Yeah. So he's giving me a great emphasis with regards to how I'm drawing on my breath.
Yeah, I feel there was some kind of smoke, something that was in the chest. Something.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all about control, but as he's doing that with me as well, I feel as though he just wants to pull some of that information here into present day for the recipient, because I want to say that let's just focus on our breath and let's just get our mind into a really good place. So it's making me feel and understand that we've got things that are going on that are all over the place at the moment around this recipient. And I just want to draw in and I just want to refocus and I just want to get some type of settlement.
Yeah.
What else have you got there, my lovely?
Okay. I've got some flowers with this gentleman, and it's coming in from his wife, a wife vibration. So I've got flowers with her, and I feel this is something he would have done. I feel there would always been flowers around her, that he would have brought flowers for her, and this would have been something that she almost come to expect what he would have done. I feel a real loving connection here with this gentleman. But I feel he's saying to me, he said, I died peacefully, even though I had this condition. And I feel it was a sort of a cancerous lung condition. Although I feel I also worked, I worked in a place situation where this would have affected my lungs anyway. Okay. This gentleman, I also feel he had a dog as well, a dog that was like a companion for him, a real companion for him.
Okay, so if this message is relating to anybody, then please do let us know that you can understand this by just acknowledging the information that's been shared so far in the comments section there, so that producer Richard can share that with us. I feel it's really important as well, Dawn. You know that you were talking about the essence of him being a gentleman where the lady would have expected the flowers. I also feel that it's really, really important to acknowledge that rose bush that has been planted in the back garden for memory link association. Now we've got Marissa Serafino who's saying he was a painter. I didn't see the first part of her message there, Richard, so if you wouldn't mind just bringing that up on screen. Absolutely. And her dad had lung cancer. So that ties in with what it is that you were picking up there so far with the information that this lovely chap started to share there with us. We've also got DCJ says, sounds like a granddad. He also had lung cancer. I'm getting really tongue-tied with this gentleman as well. So I know that there would have been problems with him being
I feel like there was some problem with the mouth as well. Like the tongue, the mouth, the throat, all of that area.
Okay. And Marissa's saying he had 2 black dogs and the paint caused the lung cancer. So that would really kind of like tie in with where you were getting the connection to the overalls coming in there as well, bless him. Okay. So for me at this moment in time, I do feel as though I'm pulled more so towards Marissa, but if you're not, then let me know.
Yeah, we're with Marissa. Yeah.
Okay, so let's continue to work with Marissa.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that we've also got our lovely Brenda Dean who's saying, just joined, so don't know what I've missed, but can take Rosebush, Dad, lung cancer and overalls, Mum and flowers. Wonderful, Brenda. Okay. Keep on listening then, please, my darling, just in case we have got a cross connection of energies going on here for you. Righty ho, let's see where we go then, Dawn.
Right, just reading this one. My granddad had a dog. He loved him for granted and then died before she loved roses. Okay, my darling, thank you. Okay. Right, like I wanted to say, I feel like there was also a problem with the mouth, the tongue, because my tongue feels like I've got bumps or something on it. Like I feel like I got some kind of part of the illness. This would have affected my mouth as well.
I also feel I just want to acknowledge yellow roses, especially because it just keeps playing out within my mind. Yellow roses as well. Okay,
lovely,
so
lovely.
Please let us know, ladies, if that connects with the rosebush connection in the garden as well, please, darlings.
Okay. I've got this thing. He keeps showing me a grandchild, a grandson that passed as well. Okay, and I feel he passed young.
Okay. Brenda's saying she can also take dog, which was a Labrador as well there. So she's just given a little bit more feedback. Thank you very much, Brenda. That's lovely of you to do so.
Right. Would any of these recipients understand the grandson, the boy that died quite young?
Okay.
Because he's bringing him up.
I feel as well with this, with the energy changeover with the lady that just joins in from spirit here as well. I feel with this lady that I was very laboured towards the back end of my life on earth, okay? Because as she starts to conjoin with me and she starts to give me more of an understanding about herself, God love her, she just washes a great sense of fatigue over me. It's almost like she wants to take me off my feet. So I feel as though I need to be acknowledging that, like, you know, her feet would have been taken from underneath her. I don't feel that she would have actually have been able to have really been very mobile. It was almost within an instant, just like that, where my legs just went from underneath me and that was it. My life changed instantly until I had that build up and that process to my passing, she's telling me here. Brenda's saying she can understand the boy, but not a grandson to him. Okay, that's great.
Okay. It may possibly be that I'm picking it up wrong. He just kept showing me a young boy and I just presumed that. So if that's not correct, but we'll see how it works.
Absolutely. And Dee's just giving a bit more feedback saying also he's a great grandson as well. So we've got potentially two people here where we've got a little bit of a crossover going on. So let's just go back into our zone. Let's see if we can get a little bit more information here so we can nail down whom it is that we're really going to be working with on this link this evening here. It would be interesting, ladies, if you can just give us the feedback to the connection with the lady who's just worked that little bit harder with me as well with regards to the information she shared there, please. Okay.
With this lady, I feel there was sort of like not a pot belly, but I feel her stomach was a bit distended.
Okay.
Okay.
And Dee saying she can take the grandson also. Thank you, Dee. That's wonderful. Thank you very much for sharing that information there with us. I know with this lady that there would have been an infection present. She makes me so hot. She makes me so hot as she just sits within my energy at this moment in time. So that's my trigger and understanding that she would have passed over through the infection. It would have been that would have taken her over to the other side there. Okay. I do feel with her as well that, you know what, there would have been somewhat of a chalk and cheese differentiation between she and he. Okay. She certainly would have been the one, she makes me understand, who would have worn the trousers. All right. I know that I've got almost like a dictatorship type of mentality with her. All right. And I know that she's making me raise my voice somewhat as she's starting to give this information to me, because I'm beginning to get a little bit excited here as she shares this information with me.
Stronger part.
So Absolutely, absolutely. She called the shots by all means. Jessica Wynn, that sounds like mum and brother, passed away at 18 years old. Dad also had lung cancer. Thank you, Jessica, for joining as well, my darling.
Jessica. Very quickly. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. I can see where's body when he cut his teeth cut out. Okay. There's a few cross. Okay.
Right, so Jessica's saying, and he got an infection that spread through his body when the doctor cut his teeth out. Okay, thank you, Jessica, for giving us that information there. Brenda's saying the lady had severe infection, very thin, and tummy looked enlarged compared to the rest of her. She definitely wore the trousers. Yes, raised voice. That's where we're going. That's where we're going. So,
that's it then.
Lovely Brenda Dean, another
Brenda.
Hello, Brenda. God bless
Thank you to everybody else.
Yeah, God bless you, everyone. Thank you so much. Let's continue the vein of this message with the lovely Brenda there for her as well. So, Brenda, can you also please take the information that was shared as well with regards to this? A lot that's going on around at this present moment in time, and it's all about just taking in that settlement of breath, because that's how he worked with me initially. Okay, that's how he worked with me, not your lovely lady, he. Okay. So I know that we just want to kind of like cool things down here at this moment in time, darling. I just want to give you a moment's breath, a moment's rest. It's almost as though my head's all over the show at this present moment in time, and we just need to take some time out, you would understand there, my lovely. So do give us a feedback in the comments there, just to let us know that we're on the correct vein of the message. What else have you got there, lovely Dawn?
Right, I've got a beautiful roses for you. They're not the yellow roses, but they are like these beautiful pink roses. And I've also got what are those orchids? They're like orchids, and you know, beautiful. They're also showing me bird of paradise as well. Just lovely big flowers for you. And they're sent with so much love, and they're on a grandfather vibration, so they're from him. And I just feel such a sense of closeness. And I want to ask you really quickly, have you lost a button? That he's showing me a loose button on your shirt.
Brenda, what have you been up to? Have you got a missing button going on there?
But he really wants to give you those flowers. He says that you're being pulled in all directions. It's like your brain's all there's bits of parts of all over the shop, but he wants you to celebrate what you've done inside. So he said you've worked on stuff inside for yourself. Just been given an orchid. Lovely.
Wow, perfect.
Lovely.
So I also want to say, Brenda, if I may, he just wants to play out the Lake District within my mind. Have you been looking at going to the Lake District, please, my darling? Or are there indeed connections that this gentleman would have had with the Lake District, please? He always had lost buttons. God bless. Again, a wonderful bit of validation there as well. See, sometimes it takes a little while just to make sure that we establish the correct link, but then when we do, we get wonderful feedback like that just lets us know that we're on the correct vein of the message there. So talk to me about this Lake District information, please, Brenda, that he's just given me here. Thanks for the flowers. Yes, pulled in all directions at this moment in time as well. So just focus on taking that time out, my darling, okay? Just make sure that you're sitting within your own power, okay? And that you're actually just giving yourself the energy and the replenishment that it is that you need at this moment in time, because a half full glass is not a full glass, okay, my darling? So that's where I feel that I just want to leave the message and the information that all of these lovely loved ones have stepped forward to giving us. He's from up near the lakes, and we're trying to decide where to go next week. Wonderful.
Wonderful.
It'd be interesting to know if Lake District does pop up and you choose that as your preferred destination. So Dawn and I are going to leave both of our love with you, Brenda. Say God bless you and thank you so much for joining this evening. And we're going to send your loved ones back off up to the angels there. So that was the first one done. So now that wasn't too bad, was it, Dawn?
That weren't too painful.
Absolutely. Righty-ho. Who else have we got with us here, please, producer Richard? We've got lovely Sandra Nommel, who is watching from South Africa. Good evening to you, Sandra. Thank you for holding this space and joining us here this evening.
This evening. Colleen Mitchell, she sent flowers and hearts. That's lovely. Thank you. Bless you.
And Ruth Townsend saying lovely message. God bless you, Ruth. Thank you so much for giving us such lovely feedback. We really do appreciate each and every one of you being here with us this evening. It's lovely for you to join us and be in our company. I think we need to get ready and start on another link here. What do you think, Dawn? Okay.
Yes, please.
I've got a gentleman that's starting to step forward. I'm going to start this one off if you don't mind.
Yes, please.
If that's all right with you. Okay. He's singing within my mind that song, You've Lost That Loving Feeling. Whoa, that loving feeling. Here, Bill's singing. Can you get that? Don't go, everybody. Stay tuned. But he's singing the Righteous Brothers within my mind. So I know that I need to connect this song, or indeed the link of Righteous Brothers, to the recipient that will be watching with us here this evening. I feel as though I am reaching out to my love connection. Okay, so I know that I want to be reaching out to a partnership vibration who's joining us here watching this evening. This gentleman, as he starts to work that little bit closer with me, as he starts to give me an understanding of his life, first thing he's doing with me is he's making me salivate within my mouth. Okay, there was a lot that was going. Have you got it? Good. Okay, there's a lot that was going on within this chap's mouth. Okay, there was a lot. I feel what I need to be saying is that I needed to be continuously flushed through, because there was an awful distaste that this gentleman's placing within my mouth. This, I know, is linked to a cancerous treatment because he's just placing a metallic taste in my mouth. And this is the sensations that he would have got from the treatment here as well. Okay. I know with this chap as well that I want to stand around about 5'11", 5'12". I know he stands below me as he joins me here and he stands beside me. I also want to slim this gentleman down. Okay. I don't want to be big by any means within my frame or my stature with him. I know that there was meat on my bones, but not a lot of meat. Okay, so I know that he would have really have just sat particularly well within his frame. Okay, this chap. I feel as though I need to link or connect the name David here as well, please. I don't know if this is his name or there would be a David that connects to this gentleman on the earth plane, please. I also feel as well that we were talking about flowers just a moment ago in our previous connection, but I know that this gentleman just steps forward with a bunch of flowers held in his hand at this moment in time. And there are a mixed array of different coloured flowers and an assortment of different styles of flowers. But he gives this in remembrance. So I know that as we come in, or we're approaching very, very soon, an anniversary marker here, because that's where he takes me within my mind as he shares this feed of information. I don't know what else it is you've got there at this moment in time, Dawn.
With this gentleman, as I connect with him, yes, I definitely get this metallic, almost blood-like taste in my mouth. And he's given me the sensation, he made my head really, really painful. So I feel that he would have really suffered with pain in his head, and also this feeling of just sick to my stomach, real sick in my stomach as part of his passing, as part of the end of his life. He's also, when I came on here, I said to Bill, oh, I'm freezing, and he's making me very hot. I am really hot inside. It's filling me right up from my feet right up to my head, washed over me.
Okay, we've got some feedback just going on here. Lovely NJ Wells, who's watching via Facebook, saying, father-in-law, prostate cancer. There was a few more bits of feedback there, producer Richard. Could we have them up on screen so I can share them with everybody? David was his nephew.
I feel a great sense of emotion with this man as well. I feel like I was quite an emotional person, and that towards the
I lost you for a moment there, Dawn.
Oh, sorry. I feel, yeah, I became very, very emotional, and I was always very, but there was, and towards his wife, I've got this feeling of loss, just a feeling of loss and real sadness there. Like they were separated, and there's real sadness. It's right in my guts, you know.
Yeah, you know, he says to me, it's funny how you said about being emotional, but he says to me, when you gave that information out, he says to me, it was a lot to do with the medications that they were using to combat the cancer. So I know that this would have, I don't know why I want to say it, but I feel as though estrogen would have been injected into this gentleman's body.
Tearful.
Yeah, absolutely. NJ saying that he hurts her head and she gets very cold when he comes through. So that would be the sensation that it is that you've been picking up there. So that's fantastic that we're able to make this connection with lovely NJ. Total loss, they'd been together since they were 14. So that's that beautiful partnership there. Okay, NJ, I wonder if you can just give us an indication as well, please, my darling, if you understand why he was bringing forward those flowers in acknowledgement for an anniversary. If we're not sat within this month, I'm going into the very early beginnings of April. I don't want to go outside of about a 2-week time frame here, either side of where we sit currently at today's date, please, my darling. He died 5 months ago. Oh, bless him. God bless him indeed. Okay, where else am I going here now, my friend? Do give me a little bit more information, friend Jay.
She's lost. Okay. There's also a June anniversary as well. June's coming through quite strong for me.
Okay. There's something going on at this present moment in time as well, please, NJ, with regards to sofas, okay? Because he's just making me conscious of the sofas within my room here, okay? So I know that as I step into the present day and I share this information with you, something's going on with the sofa. You're either changing the sofas, or you would indeed understand about this gentleman being around you when you're at the sofa, when you're sitting and you're rested on the sofa there, please, my darling. It shows me almost like an L shape or a corner shaped sofa within my line of sight here as well. So I hope that you can validate that for me and just give me an understanding of why he shared that information there with you so far, please, my sweetheart. Yes, their wedding anniversary, 12th of April. There we go. That's where we're going with regards to why he wanted to bring those beautiful flowers forward there as well.
Her birthday.
Okay, I do understand that we've got Debbie and Sandra that can relate to this information also. So ladies, if you can, please take from it what it is that you are able to. But for me, I don't know for you, Dawn, I do feel as though I'm connected and I'm linked in with the lovely NJ. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Clear your throat as well. Clear your throat. He made you cough just then. He made me conscious of that as you done it. And he said to me, clear your throat. So NJ, I know I want to be sending healing to you at this moment in time. And I want to be doing that around your throat area, please, my sweetheart. So you must understand that we've got a condition, or we've just had a condition that sat with you, where we just need that little bit more support just to come your way, just to get rid of all of these nasty bugs, I feel that I want to be saying.
It's going in tears as well.
Okay, my lovely. What else can you get there, Dawn? Let's see what else we can share with her.
Right. He's making my hands really sweaty as well. So I feel that would have also been part of the, but he also had quite large, warm hands, like they were red hands, you know? And you would have noticed that about him. He's also making me round my shoulders and sort of rock back a little bit, rock back and forth. So I feel that he would have had a problem. He would not a problem, but he would have had a habit of doing that.
Yeah.
Just a habit.
Yeah.
You know,
absolutely.
And that would be something that would be notable for him. Okay. He was. This is really bizarre. He was hit on the head with a frying pan.
Yeah.
And this is a memory of in his 20s, maybe 30, but I can even hear like the cartoon sound of dong on his head. So, like, I'd be really interested if someone comes back with some information about it. That'd be really interesting.
That's lovely. And NJ's just giving some feedback with regards to the throat condition that he shared just a moment ago. Producer Richard, if you could just bring that back up on the screen there. She's also saying he was a very warm person. Drugs made him very sweaty. Yes, it was the aftermath of the stroke. And there was a bit more validation with, there was a bit more validation with regards to the healing or the throat that I saw pop up there.
My mouth is incredibly dry as well, really dry.
Yeah.
Oh, she's hoarse. Yeah, really, really dry.
There you go. Oh my God, yes, I'm ill with throat and it goes hoarse when I speak. Wonderful. So we know that we're definitely with NJ there. So let's see what we can. She hit him by accident as a joke. There you go.
Oh,
with the frying pan dog. How wonderful is that?
Oh, brilliant. Lovely. God bless. God bless.
I just want to gift NJ a new pair of Birkenstocks flip-flops. I know we're going into more of a seasonal change here, but this gentleman is just showing me a pair of Birkenstock flip-flops that he just wants me to place with NJ at this moment in time. So NJ, there's a gift that's coming your way there for you that he's just sharing within my mind. NJ's also saying he had lots of mini strokes as well. God bless him. Wow. Know now, though, my darling, that, you know, now that he's passed over, everything that he would have encountered and endured on the physical plane is no longer with him. Oh, he's absolutely free from all aches, pains, any troubles. They've actually gone. They're dispersed. He's at 100% peace up there. And I feel that, you know, as he conjoins his energies with me, there is such an abundance of love that just comes through for you there, my darling. So just hold that within your heart and within your mind. You're saying he was like a dad to you. God bless you. Aww. Dawn, I'm going to hand over to you just to finalise and wrap this reading up for our lovely NJ. And I'm going to leave my love with her and say, God bless you, NJ.
Just as Bill was wrapping up when he was telling you about how we're no longer in pain, that's purely of a physical thing. It's not, we don't take any of that with us at all. He started to do such a big wide laugh, and it was as if I've let it all go, and he wanted you to hear him laugh. He wanted to leave you with that. Rather than me give you flowers, give you his love, he wanted you to hear him laugh. He wanted you to know that he is happy and free. And that's all he wants me to leave you with, is his laughter. So I'm going to say, God bless you. Thank you so much. And it was a pleasure working with you. Thank you.
Oh, that's so lovely there. So God bless you, NJ. Thank you so much for holding space and allowing myself and Dawn to work with you here this evening. Dawn, I want to put you on the spot now. I've only ever done this. I've only ever done this a couple of times with some other mediums that have joined, but I've got your dad with me.
Oh, thank you, Billy.
Oh, I've got your dad with me because he's saying that's my girl.
Oh,
as he stood beside me. Do you know, I know with him that as he starts to connect and he starts to link in with me, God bless him, okay, I feel as though I want to stand in quite an athletic frame with this gentleman, you would understand, okay? Yes. I know that I've got a real sense of upper body strength with this gentleman, okay? Yes. Because he makes me feel as though I'm so much more stronger and upbeat up top than I would have been on the lower part of my body here. Yeah, okay. God, he's touching me all over my head. So I know he does this with you when he comes close to you, because that's just a trigger of an understanding there. That's right. But you would understand as well with him, bless him. I know that you've got mixed blessings. You've got mixed blood blessings. I know that, and I'm not even going to pretend that I didn't know that. All right, but he very much takes me back to roots. Okay, he very much takes me back to his roots, because he's saying to me here, you know, Bill, life wasn't easy. No. Life wasn't easy, and I know life wasn't easy when he embarked on relationship with Mum, you would understand,
I
because there
understand
was
completely.
so much negativity
Yes.
with regards to this unison
Yes.
of the two races being brought together.
Yes.
Okay,
I understand completely.
but I'm fine with that. I'm
Yeah.
fine with that on the other side, because you know what? Nobody could knock this man down, because he was so strong. I feel with him as well, Dawn, that the 1980s are important here, okay? Because he takes me to the 1980s, okay? So I don't know if this would have been the years and where Dad would have made his journey back home to spirit.
I was born 1980.
You never ask a lady her age, but I knew that it was important to bring that through.
Do the math, ladies.
But I also know with him as well that, you know, I know that he went spirit far too early. He went spirit way too young. And I feel that, you know, there was so much promise that was left to be lived out, okay? And I feel that I need to reach out to Mum here as well, you would understand, because Mum has still carried this with her all the way through her life, okay? And I don't want her to keep beating herself up about this, you would understand, okay? I know I want to wrap her up somewhat with a lot of upliftment and a lot of healing at this moment in time, because he's just put in a load of blue light around you at this moment in time, but he's saying to me, it's for Mum. It's for Mum, you would understand, okay? I feel that I want to be drawn down into my legs as an acknowledgement here with Mum. I feel as though I want to be putting my legs up with her, because I know that I've got to be rested, and she's not doing what she's being told at this moment in time. Does that make sense? And you can understand why.
She doesn't. I understand.
Good. Okay. Stand up, but it keeps playing out. You know, I think it was Bob Marley. All right. Yep. Was it the one where he goes, "Get up, stand up for your rights" as well?
Right. Okay.
All right. So I know that I want to be bringing this into present day scenario for you, okay, with regards to stand up for your rights. It's a public platform. We don't want to give out too much personal information, all right? But I know at this present moment in time that you've got to stand up for what's right for you at this moment in time, okay? Because there's one other, he's making me understand, there's one other that's not standing up and is not doing what they should be doing at this moment in time. So I hope that sits well with you and you understand why he gives that to me, okay, my darling? But you know what? Keep being that ignition of fire for everybody that you touch on this earth plane, because I'm so incredibly proud of you as he gives this information to me, okay? And I know that just as he starts to draw his energies back, because he's quite happy, he's come, he's said what he's had to say, and that would have been very much how he would have been here when he was on the earth plane. I know as well, just before I send him back up to the angels, God bless him, that I'm very noble with the words that it is that I share and how they touch everybody. And you, my darling, you are like the apple that's not fallen too far from the tree, because you've got that trait that you take from your dad. So hold that in your heart. And I'm going to blow you a kiss. I don't mean to make you upset live on SPTV, but you know, he come in and I'm just giving it as I get it. So please take his love, and thank you for letting me read for you as well. So before we start on another reading here, Dawn, so we can give ourselves a couple of minutes to compose ourselves. Producer Richard, let me know what's coming up on SPTV tomorrow, and Dawn and I will again work together on another link for somebody here this evening. So tomorrow evening we've got the lovely Ashley Robinson, who is live at 8 o'clock with his show Being Spiritual, all about philosophy, independence, responsibility, integrity and trust. So do please join Ashley at 8 o'clock, streaming live from Facebook and YouTube. And then we've got an announcement for Saturday, the 11th of June, 10 until 4:30 p.m, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. at the Waterlooville Community Centre. There is a holistic fair, an SPTV Mind, Body and Holistic Fair with stalls, spiritual healing, professional readers, free workshops, free talks, refreshments and plenty of free parking. There is also a demonstration of mediumship to follow on that evening with myself, the lovely Polly Hartnett, and also Matt and Kirsty Grogan. You can find all details for that on the Spiritual Psychics TV website, along with any links to book your tickets. So please, please, guys, do come along and see us on the day. There's lots to be seeing and sharing and doing, and it'd be great to meet you. So if you're in the area, come along and see us. The Dawn, shall we get going on another link?
Let's do this.
Okay. What have you got coming in there, my sweetheart?
Right. I have now another throat condition again. And I feel this sort of migrated up into up the side, all the side of the throat, all this side, and also I feel it may have been a stroke. I feel I'm getting, but it seemed to come down like this. Okay, and this is with a really lovely lady I've got coming here. She also had trouble swallowing, and she would have dribbled. Her lips would have dribbled quite a bit, and she's just said the word Paisley. But I feel she would have tripped over her words as well. She would have found it difficult to communicate. It was all down her. She's saying it was all down her right side, but I can feel it on the left side. But she's saying that all down the right side of me.
Do you know, it's really interesting that you said Paisley, because before we come live here this evening, when I opened myself up to spirit, I was being shown, it's almost like a Paisley type of design that spirit was showing me as wallpaper. But the texture on the wallpaper was almost embossed and it felt velvet-like. So I wonder if they were showing me that, because now that you said that, it just feels right. It feels as though I just need to share that and bring that in there as well. So I hope that the recipient can understand that. Sorry for butting in, but I just thought I needed to go there with that. Debbie's saying mum had several strokes. Debbie Hearn, watching via Facebook there, Dawn, so far. Okay. I feel with this lady that I just want to be a little bit more fuller-bodied with her. Okay, I do. Lindsay's saying I liked Paisley. She wore a scarf around her neck, and it was Paisley as well. Thank you, Lindsay, for giving us the information there. Yeah, I want to be fuller-bodied with her. Okay, I do feel as though I just want to be taken down in height with her.
Yeah,
also,
she was.
Okay,
yeah.
I don't want to stand particularly tall as a lady. You would understand. Okay, God bless her. I also know with this lady that as she plays with my hair, which there isn't an awful lot, as you can all see, but as she plays with,
polishing it.
with my, yeah, she's polishing. There you go. She's trying. She just wants to tie my hair back. She wants to tie it back. You would understand. Stacey saying Gran had velvet wallpaper. Stacey, can you relate to the other information though that's been brought through? She had a stroke and dribbled a lot down one side. Perfect. Okay.
Right. Okay. Lovely.
What else have you got there, Dawn?
Okay. She's making me again. She's making me very aware. She used to go. I don't know why.
I'm just doing that with my lips. I'm just touching my lips and asking why am I doing that, and then you.
Yeah. I wasn't watching you. I was looking at the what's being written.
I bet you if you watch it on playback, literally, the time that you've done that, I was saying, why are you doing that with me, darling? How bizarre.
Oh my goodness me. She's saying to me that she tripped over quite a lot. She was always tripping over. And she was and she's saying that people were worried about me. The girls were worried about me.
Yeah.
She's mentioning the girls. And there was three girls she's talking about. Whether this was three sisters, but she's mentioning the number 3. She's making me put my fingers up for three girls. And I want to say they're 3 sisters because that's just how it feels to me.
I know I want to have a brew with this lady. A brew. I don't want to have a cuppa. I don't want to have a cup of tea.
Yeah.
I want to have a brew.
I can see a builder's tea, a dark builder's tea.
So I know that she would have acknowledged a cup of tea or a cuppa as a brew there for you, Stace, as well. Do let us know if you can understand why she's giving me that as an acknowledgement to work with for you, my darling. And also, she just takes me back up to my lips. And I know that we've worked on that and we've shared that information. The stroke left her speechless, and she would do that to ask for food. There you go.
Oh, bless her soul.
God love her. But Stace, she keeps making me want to do a trout pout. Who is it that's around you that wants to have something done with their lips? All right, because she's putting injections into my lips. I'm having lip fillers at this moment in time. She's saying to me, I don't need it. I don't need it, or they don't need it. I should be placing in that context. So somebody around you at this moment in time is really kind of like procrastinating about wanting to have some type of lip fillers. Yes, a proper brew lull.
Lovely.
Fabulous. Excellent. And she liked it with the spoon standing up.
Dark builder's tea, proper. Yeah. Put airs on your chest.
Yes, please.
Yeah, just sticking with Stace, please, Richard. Right. She's shown me a blue cardigan, an unbuttoned blue cardigan, and it's like a thick knit, like a hand knitted type. And this would be something that that would have kept her feeling cozy, and it's something that you would remember of her. A blue cardigan. I remember my nan for a red cardigan she always used to wear, and this is a blue cardigan. And I also have to give you the name of Rachel as well, like a strong R name. I'm not going to nail myself down and say it is Rachel, even though I just said that. But it is a strong R, and she's saying it out the side of her mouth. She's saying Rachel out the side of her mouth. So I'm yeah. Oh my God, I joked to my daughter having injections. Oh my goodness me.
There we go. So she's just bringing through information there, and Stace, you can understand the blue cardigan, and she would knit as well, which is fantastic. That's wonderful. Thank you very much for working with us. It's great that we've got so much wonderful feedback there. Where am I going with this, sweetheart, as well? Okay, she just pulls out of her handbag here, Stace, as she sat next to me, God love her. She just pulls out of her handbag the fruit-flavoured polos, not polo mints, the polo fruit-flavoured sweets, okay? I know she takes me back in my mind with a memory link for you with regards to you having these sweets or sharing these sweets with her that you can remember as a child there. For some reason, I just want to ditch the orangey yellow coloured polo, and I want to throw it to one side.
You just threw him out. I just saw orange and yellow, and I could taste it in your mouth, and she went like that.
She's working brilliant with the pair of us as well. I want to get rid of them. I don't like them, you would understand, Stace. But what I do want to do is I want to give you, and it's really funny because she is saying tenpence. Okay, she's placing the tenpence in my hand, but this is for you to go to the sweet shop to get your penny sweets with. So I know that there must be a significance or relevance with you getting the 10p coin from Nan and taking that down to the sweetie shop and buying your penny sweets with that as well there, my lovely. So again, do give us the feedback and let us know that you can understand that information there. Okay.
With that, I want to give you wine gums as well.
Wine gums. Not that this lady would have been able, even before the stroke, I don't feel that this lady would have liked sweets where she would have had to have chewed. Yeah, because again, she's just spitting it out like that one side. She's poking her tongue out with me and getting rid of it. So this must be Stacey's sweet that she'll understand as well there. So there's lots of sweetie connections going on there for you there. Lovely, Stace. Okay. All right, darling. I know, yes, you loved the fruit ones as well. She's just given us feedback there, Dawn. And she didn't like the citrus. Brilliant, fabulous, great. Okay.
Yes, we would go to the corner shop she lives in, get a pick and mix. Oh, bless her. That's a lovely memory.
Brilliant.
That's
Brilliant.
lovely.
Okay. I know she would have taken you to Woolworths as well, because she's just showing me the old-fashioned Woolworths sign, and she's taken me to the arrangement of the sweets that you would have gone to, where you would have put them on the old-fashioned weigh-in scales. Okay, no digital scales, but there's a relevance of why she's working with old-fashioned weighing scales within my mind at this moment in time. This is significant to take into this lady's kitchen with her. Okay, I feel with this lady that she shows them to me in a grey and a blue colour, a light grey and a light blue colour, as she takes me to these weighing scales, because she would have weighed all of the ingredients up when you baked with her as well, you must understand, and that's the purpose of these. But you've got the pin that moves on these scales, okay, that she just shows me there, Stace, that she just wants to bring through for a memory link there, as well as acknowledging the lino that would have been placed on the kitchen floor. Okay, lino. I don't want hard flooring. I don't want tiled flooring. She's shown me specifically lino. And I'm also getting here as well that there would have been some type of crisscross diagonal pattern that would have been going on with this lino. I feel as though I need to, again, to be acknowledging that there would have been like a yellow citrusy colouring to the flooring that she draws my mind to as well, bless her. Okay, and Dawn, I'm going to come over to you to share out what it is that you've got there.
Yeah, there's like when you said yellow, just before you said yellowy colouring, I could see it looked like a staining to me, like an orangey browny sort of staining on the top on them.
Okay.
She's also she gave me peas as well, peas and meat pie. Okay. So whether you remember her washing peas and Woolworths every week, lovely.
Ah, bless.
Do you remember her washing peas, with a sieve? Yes, lino, lovely. And this, I can even smell the meat, the gravy meat pie now as well. So she must have done some. She must have been quite a good home baker, for these smells to come to me.
Okay, bless her. I just want to say, before I maybe hand over to you, Dawn, just to finish off with whatever last pieces of information she's got to share with you. Stace, what she does with me, my darling, is she just takes me off to the most beautiful, tranquil, peaceful setting that sits behind the back of her home. And I feel again as though she's shown me this as a memory association. Okay, I do want to go across fields of green. I do feel as though there would be fields of green that would have sat behind her home here. Okay, but there's so much tranquility, because it's almost as though there's this stillness. All I can hear is the sound of the birds that play out within my mind. I can hear the sound of the grasshoppers, the crickets in the grass. Okay, and I know that she just wants to place upon my face, as she gives this to me, the rays of the warmth of the sun. So I know that these were real happy, fun memory times that she just places within my mind to leave with you, my darling, as my parting gift to share with you. And I'm going to pass over to Dawn to finalise the message and say, God bless you.
She's she's shown me lined paper, and she's got a red pen, and she's drawn a red line right underneath it, and she's given me the feeling like that's enough now. We're drawing a line under it now. We're putting it to bed now. Okay, so whatever it is she's talking about, we're putting a line under it now. We're stopping it now, and we're giving you peace. This is time for peace now. So thank you so much for working with us. Thank you, Stacey. God bless you.
Thank you, Stacey. And just as she's starting to pull her energies back, she's not quite finished with me, because she's just saying about the corn mouse, and it darting across the floor. She's just made one run across my floor in my line of sight here, Stacey, and everybody's screaming Everybody's screaming. But this lady was so hardy. She's like, what are you all screaming about? And she's literally just picking up this tiny little cornfield mouse and she's taking it and putting it back outside. So again, there's another memory link that she's just working on with me. I'm going to leave her love with you now, my darling, and say God bless you. And thank you for giving Dawn and myself opportunity to work with you. God bless. Who else have we got with us? Producer Richard. Let's give a few more acknowledgements to all these lovelies that have stayed with us and tuned into collective consciousness this week. We've got the lovely Simon Butte watching via Facebook all the way from Devon. Simon, good evening to you, my friend. Thank you for joining us.
We have Christine Marius. I hope I said that right. Hi, Bill and Dawn, and a lovely Rose. Thank you.
We've got Pamela Roger. Hi there, Pamela, saying hi, Bill and Dawn, and everyone else. And Pamela joins us via YouTube. Lovely to have you in our space this evening, Pamela. God bless you.
Rowena Putt. Great messages tonight and lots of lovely hearts. Thank you, Rowena. Bless you.
Ali J saying hi. Hi, Ali J. You're watching from Facebook. Thanks for joining us. It's lovely to have your company.
Maya Thomas. Hi, Bill and Dawn. Hi, Maya.
And we've also got joining us. Okay, and we've got Sharon Langlands, who's popping up loads of lovely rainbows there. Sharon, thank you so much for joining us, my darling. It's lovely to have you here with us. Right, we'll make another connection, shall we, Dawn?
Sunbeams. So I can see lovely sunbeams. I just started to connect myself, to center myself, and I saw all these beautiful, you know, when you look up in the trees and you see all these pockets of light, like, you know, pinpricks of light, and they're all in front of me. And I want to come up with the name of Jessica as well. I want to call out the name of Jessica, probably known as Jessie. And it's just this lovely sense of freedom. Everything is bright yellow. There's even a yellow dog as well. And I'm running through the fields. Everything is just beautiful. This is a memory and a feeling of incredible freedom. Goodness me. I feel like my chest is open and I'm just so free. When I passed, I was ill. I wasn't ill for a long time, but I was ill, and it made me very aware of my chest. I couldn't breathe so well, and I felt like I was constricted. Confined. Her words are confined. And she's making me feel that I had to live in my head because I couldn't enjoy my physical freedom anymore that I'd taken for granted when I was young. So I had to live in my head. Okay. And she says I was reaching out and wanting so much to be a part of everything and just couldn't anymore. And it made me feel very, she's showing me a cage. It made me feel very locked in.
Yeah, I feel as you're saying this, I feel very confined to one room. I feel very confined to my bed. I feel as though this lady would have actually lived out her last, I want to say my last year.
Yeah.
Okay, because I feel as though I'm going within a 12-month time span.
It wasn't a long
with this energy, but I feel that my last year I was confined to my bed and to the one room, because what she wants me to do now is she takes my line of sight over to a window where I'm just looking out, but there's not an awful lot that I can see because of the positioning. I can see the sky. I can almost see the tops of the trees as well.
Trees. I can see tops of trees. Yeah.
Yeah. So I know that's what she just plays out here. God love her. Kim saying grandmother had Alzheimer's and was in a nursing home. There was also some other part of the comment there from her.
It's to do with the name. I think I saw.
Okay.
Sorry.
Could you mean Jenny instead of
Jessie?
Okay.
Okay. She's making my legs really hurt. And I feel they would have gotten very swollen, like they were too heavy for me to lift, and they would have been lifted on literally lifted onto the bed for me. Beige stroke. Beige dog. So, beige stroke? What am I talking about? Beige dog.
Yeah, so that's Debbie Hearn saying Jessica was a greyhound, Jack was a beige dog again. My mum had stroke, cancer, COPD. I was a carer and she was confined. Debbie, can you just relate? Oh, there we go. Yes, window was to her right, which was where she was making me go, which is fantastic. And you would understand about that line or that
both saw treetops.
Top of trees, okay, and just the sky. I'm not seeing very much of what's going on below that point from my window here. Okay, absolutely. And I also feel as well, Dawn, as she just takes my mind there again, she just plays that scenario back, that the net would have been scalloped along the bottom, but I feel that it was important to push that over to one side as well. So I hope that that relates and she can also take that information. I feel more of a pull working with she than I do with Kim at this moment in time. I've got to be honest. I don't know about yourself.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Yeah. I also just want to acknowledge February as a month of significance that would sit with either Debbie or indeed to this lady. Now, when I get months, it's anniversary, birthday or passing that she just wants to bring to the forefront of my mind.
Yeah.
And she's just giving feedback there, Dawn. Mum's legs were very, yes, and she had purple trees outside as well. Wonderful.
Yeah. I feel she's making my stomach really sick and upset. Like they would have, I don't know if she did actually vomit, but it is very close. I feel it all the time as I lay there. I feel sick all the time. Her words are, I felt very despondent, very despondent. She's making me aware of the top portion of her back as well, as if it was rigid, quite stiff. That part of my back was quite stiff, so as I couldn't really get the momentum to sit up very, do you know what I mean? Couldn't get the momentum.
Yeah, I want to acknowledge a V-shaped pillow. One of those V-shaped pillows, because as you said that she's just placed that behind me, so I know that that's important. Debbie, I want to bring your name down and I want to cut it down. I want to call you Debs. Debs. So I feel that this is what this lady would have used as terminology when she was acknowledging you, because I'm just hearing Debs being called out within my mind, and she's just drawing my focus to your name here on my feedback screen that you guys can't see at home. I know as well that there was an issue, or there must have been some type of contention around trying to wash this lady's hair, because at this moment in time she's saying to me it was a nightmare trying to get my hair cleaned. Okay, and I feel that that's because, Dawn, she was just working with you and she's done it with me, where she's placed this cushion. Do you know, I feel as though I need to be upright more than I need to be laying down with this lady. I feel it's uncomfortable for me to be laid flat out, and that's what was causing the problem.
When she laid down, there's a feeling of pressure in her chest, and she needed it alleviated by sitting up. But because her back was sort of stiff and unable, she needed that support.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what posed the problem here, because she's just showing me dry shampoo. So I know that would have been used with her towards the end as well there, Debbie. So please do just give us the feedback there, my darling, and let us know if you can understand what it is that she's doing with us with regards to that information there. Okay. I know that there's something going on with you, Debbie, as well at this moment in time. She's drawing me to my left eye. She's drawing me just to the underside of my left eye here, and she's making me feel very tired with it as well. I don't know if there's a lazy eye or we've got some type of flicker that's continuously going on, but that's what she's placing with me at this moment in time. I know we want to be sending healing out to you, but again, I'd be interested to know if you can relate to that information by you giving us the feedback there. February, no, stomach was a problem. Yes, she was very weak. I got a pillow, but she could not get on with it. There you go.
Okay.
What else you got there, Dawn?
She's making me aware that her lips, that her lips were very dry, and she needed them moisturized. She needed them made wet, you know. And she couldn't really drink. She was showing me that she couldn't really drink it towards the end, that instead she was given, you know, to make them damp for her instead, just to keep her moist. And she's saying that her feet, her hair was very thin and could not wash. There you are, Bill. She's saying that her feet were very painful. She's making my feet very, very painful. Her legs and her feet seem to be in quite a bad way. She's also making me aware of some unrest about some sort of, not exactly an argument, but some ill feeling, some around how the end of her life, how her death was going to go. Do you know what I mean? So there was some kind of struggle there. So if you could give us a bit about that, that would be great.
Absolutely. And just before I send her energies back up to the realms of spirit there for you, Debbie, she just says to me, try the route with the acupuncture. So I know there must be something going on around you at this moment in time where we're looking at different forms of treatment, okay? And she's taking me down a route of wanting to have acupuncture. No eye issue. She had a huge dry mouth issue. You kept wetting it. Thank you very much, my darling, for sharing that there with us. So I'm going to leave my love with you, Debbie, with regards to the information she shared with me, and I'm just going to hand over to Dawn to finalise this message off for you, my sweet.
Thank you. She's shown me a lemon, and she's putting it in her mouth, like it, you know, and she's saying to me, when life gives you lemons, and that's what she's saying to you, when life gives you lemons. Okay, my darling? And I want to leave her love with you. She's such a lovely lady. And she comes through with a huge love inside her, you know, just a big heart. She comes through with so much. And she's saying to you, when I say when life gives you lemons, she's saying to you at the end that we've got to just make the best of it. Make the best of everything. Don't waste any time, she says. Don't waste any time. Fulfill yourself. Fulfill yourself. All right. God bless you. And I'll leave your love with you. Thank you so much for working with me. God bless you.
Oh, God bless. Dawn, that was such a lovely end to that message there. And an end to the show. As quick as we've got going, we've come to the end. So it has been absolutely fantastic to share the platform with you here this evening.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for having me.
So Debbie's just saying, I like lemons.
I like lemons.
When life shows you lemons, make lemonade as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Dawn, thank you so much for joining me.
It's been
absolutely fantastic. I've loved working in your energy. And just for everybody who's at home, where is it that they can find you on Facebook?
I am spiritualistmedium.dawn. I believe it has got a dot in it, .dawn. Okay. So you can find me on my face page, and there are details there if you wanted to phone me or anything like that. And you can always contact me through Wimbledon Spiritualist Church as well. I'm always hovering around there.
You've got a new venture that you're starting up with at Wimbledon. Just share that with everybody who's here this evening. I'll
be doing a circle every Tuesday evening. I think it's from 8 o'clock. I think I'll have to check that for you. But it will be covering all number of spiritual interests. If you want to start out right from beginners, intermediate, we'll be covering all different topics each week to try and get you on your spiritual paths. So if you're in the Wimbledon area, please join me. We'd love to see you.
Oh, bless you. And once again, thank you so much for joining me here this evening. Do give Dawn's Facebook page a check and a follow, guys. And you can find me on Facebook, Bill Hughes, Psychic Medium. Producer Richard always puts our relevant links down in the graphics there anyway. It's been lovely to have your time and energy, guys. Thank you so much for sharing the live stream out there. I'll see you again in 2 weeks. I'm not disclosing who's coming onto the show just yet. You'll just have to keep going on to at sptv.uk and my Facebook page. And we'll give you updates with regard. I have got somebody lined up, Producer Richard. In fact, you would know this lovely person, but I'm not disclosing the
It'll be ringing around everyone. Can someone fill in, please?
Help! Dawn, thank you so much once again. And to all of you at home, until the next time we meet, may the love and light of spirit be with each and every single one of you. Good night and God bless. And as always, Producer Richard, thank you so much for making it happen. God bless everyone. Night, night.